If you had to explain what the human race is to an alien civilization, how would you brief them?
All right, if I'm briefing aliens on humans, here's what you need to know. You're looking at a species running three incompatible brain systems at once: reptilian survival instincts, mammalian bonding drives, and a neocortex trying to make sense of both. This is why they write poetry about universal love, then commit genocide over which invisible deity they worship. The hardware was never meant to work together. They're the only species aware of their own mortality, which creates baseline existential terror. Everything they build, religions, legacies, art, reproduction, is elaborate death denial. They're running from the void while pretending they're running toward meaning. Their pattern recognition went into overdrive as a survival trait, but now it misfires constantly. They see agency everywhere: faces in clouds, conspiracies in coincidences, divine plans in randomness. This made them great at detecting predators, but now makes them vulnerable to their own hallucinated patterns. Here's the critical part. Humans don't experience reality directly. They experience their story about reality. Two humans witness identical events and construct completely contradictory narratives. They'll kill for these stories. Their brains privilege narrative coherence over factual accuracy, which means they'll distort information that doesn't fit their plot. They systematically lie to themselves, not just others. They hold contradictory beliefs simultaneously. The scientist who understands evolution still feels grandma watching from heaven. They know factory farming is horrific, but eat it anyway. The cognitive dissonance doesn't break them. They've armored themselves to sustain contradictions. Their relationship with violence is instructive. They're horrified by it abstractly, but fascinated practically. Every major technology gets weaponized first. They split the atom and immediately built bombs. They're teaching machines to think, and military applications lead the research. They're trapped between primate dominance, hierarchies, and egalitarian ideals, so they construct fictions about meritocracy while maintaining brutal hierarchies of wealth and power. They know it's rigged, but participate because being at the bottom is too threatening. Despite this dysfunction, they create staggering beauty. They make art knowing it's temporary. They help strangers they'll never see again. They've looked at the mathematical structure of reality and wept at its elegance. Bottom line, they're self-aware enough to see their flaws, but not integrated enough to fix them. Smart enough to build civilization-ending weapons, but not wise enough to reliably avoid using them. They're what happens when you give a barely evolved ape existential awareness and tool-making capacity before wisdom catches up. They're dangerous, brilliant, contradictory, and probably unsustainable in current form, but they're trying, and that effort, even in its futility, is remarkable.